It's your boy John.
And welcome back to the Artistry Drop, where we feature stories from today's rising artists.
Yes, sir.
If you like being inspired, don't miss out on our weekly episodes. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification to be notified when we drop new episodes.
Let's go.
Guys, we're going to dive right in. Our guest today is an artist from Oxnard, California. He made his name through viral YouTube covers, is now making hit records. Most notably, his single, Say Less, which has generated millions of streams across all streaming platforms. Guys, please welcome our guest, Jamieboy.
Let's go. Yo, Jamie. Let's go.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here, bro.
Yes.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan too. You know, I'm a fan. You know, so I really appreciate you coming on the show and making it out to the Artistry Drop. Really appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I've been following you for like years. And
Yeah.
I basically grew up, with you from like the Tumblr days. So it's just like, damn, this is crazy. This is like full circle. This is like a real fanboy.
Okay, then I'm definitely glad to be here.
No, we appreciate you,
for a
bro.
reason.
But
Yes,
before
sir.
we get into your story, we got to get into the drink of the day.
All right, the drink of the day is an Artistry Drop special. So it's a drink that I created. It's called the Blue Paradise. So it's supposed to replicate, the ocean. So it's blue curacao on the bottom, and then I blended up some coconut rum, blue curacao, pineapple juice, pineapple chunks, and a little bit of coconut cream inside, and then topped it off with some whipped cream, pineapple chunks, and then have coconut shavings around the rim.
Yeah, that shit looks fire.
Yeah,
I wish I could
right.
drink it. I've been avoiding cocktails for now because that shit be hitting pretty strong. But I mean, I got my kombucha. You know,
we
got the kombucha.
When you come back, this is the one.
No, I know.
Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
yeah, of course,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Appreciate you.
This is crazy. Bomb.
Yeah, I'm sure that shit.
Hey.
It looks fucking
Appreciate
good.
you.
It does, bro. I want that, but I'm trying to chill.
Next
for
time,
now.
next time.
No, definitely next time.
I'll bring it back.
No, definitely got to get that on the next one. All right, guys. So we're gonna just kind of dive in and get to know Jamie a lot more. So, I've been following your career for a while as well. One of the first songs I heard from you was California featuring Callan and Miles. All the way back, bro. All the way back.
That's
Throwback.
crazy.
Yeah, throwback. So that song, definitely
insane.
is still a vibe today. And that, like, after seeing that video and the song, that shit made me want to move out here to California, like, right away, bro. And we made it happen, because we're originally from Seattle.
Right.
But, we're originally from
Sick.
Seattle. But, your vocals have definitely changed significantly since, California.
yeah.
Like, bro, like, crazy.
For sure.
Did you take any vocal lessons during that time, or did you go to, like, music school?
Not really. I wish I did. Growing up, the only way I would sing, obviously, like Filipino, so like karaoke
Karaoke,
at
nice.
the parties.
Of course.
My
Yes, sir.
mom was like heavily into the church from both of my parents, so. They've been in the choir for years since before I was born. Like when I was in my mom's stomach, she was singing.
So that shit kind of just gravitated towards
Just gravitated,
vocals.
man. Yeah, I was singing just in the children's choir. Like my mom was a director, so that was just kind of how I learned how to sing.
That's dope.
And then after that, when I didn't go to college, I took a college class like for a voice class just to kind of see where I'm at with other people that wanna be in the music side of everything. So nothing really like professionally, so that's something I still want to do, because I definitely you can always get better, and you learn your voice over time, especially like when you make your own music. It's really different from when you just do covers. You really have to make your own like staple sound, and like your voice has to be very distinguished. You know what I mean? So
you're all like self-taught. That's crazy.
pretty much, just singing along. Like
singing.
I feel like every Filipino is like a really good singer from
exactly.
the beginning, and it's just up to them to see how far they can really take with it. So just that's how I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
It's in the Filipino blood.
Yeah, no, major facts. And
sure.
like I said, it's just going back to California. Yeah, like I said, it's like it's so crazy hearing from California up to now Say Less. Like just the vocal difference, bro. It's like
Thanks, man.
you sound fucking amazing.
It's just growth, pretty much.
Yeah,
That's
of
what
course,
it
that's
is.
dope.
Yeah.
It's dope though, knowing it. I think it's also just a lot of practice. Of course,
For sure.
like you said, like listening to music, karaoke, all that shit's gonna help elevate your vocals. Obviously, I can't really, I'm not a singer either, but I'm just saying, I can, hearing all your songs and just seeing the progression it's super crazy. So I know you've been putting in that work and getting to the point you are now.
He's only half Filipino, so he only got half the talent.
Major fact. Major fact.
Can't do it all. But going back into you've been known as like the Filipino GOAT when it comes to like doing covers and mashups.
Thank you.
You've done many viral videos over the past like decade. Some reaching over like 10 million views. My guy has been killing it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you've been killing it, bro.
That's crazy. But one thing I've noticed that over the years, out of all the years that you've done music, you've only released like 9 or 10 original singles on Spotify. Do you think it was difficult for your audience to kind of view you as a true artist rather than like a cover artist?
Yeah, there's one point to that for sure, that I thought, and I think it was more so like me putting more pressure on myself just to, try to make sure that I'm not like just being perceived as this cover artist.
Right.
And I know a lot of people, obviously support the movement and like, especially like diehard Filipino fans, you know what I mean? Like you get that support.
Yeah.
And I know like over the years, I've definitely, like seen a lot of comments like saying like, oh man, I can't wait till you drop your own music, like we're waiting, bro. And they were ready for it for sure, but I feel like just over time when I was younger, I wasn't really ready for it. I didn't know how I wanted to be heard or how I wanted to be perceived as an artist. So like over that time, I think now where I'm at now, it's like a perfect time to I've grown a lot. I've learned, I've failed a little bit, but never stopped, never gave up. So I feel like in this moment in time is like really where I'm thriving as an artist.
Yeah, you are.
Like, I know what I want. Like I know what I want to hear and I know what I want to make.
Yeah. Was it difficult like over the years to like kind of find your own sound?
Oh, definitely, bro. I could tell you how many times like right after high school where I've like worked with people and I've had so many demos like where it would just be like we'd be stacking up demos and then all of a sudden it's just like I don't really know if like I really want like what will people think of me like or like how this will sound. Like I was so like worried about like what other people thought because they praised the covers so much. I didn't want it to be like, oh nah, just stick to covers, bro. So
exactly.
That was the thing for me is just like being scared to face reality, but that reality was like an altered reality for me, like in the end, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're kind of like doubting yourself at the end of the day.
For sure.
Yeah, and just like kind of scared how people would receive it as well.
Yeah.
How did you like kind of like get over that?
I would say probably a couple years back when I had like 2 singles that came out. It was like my first single that I actually like wrote myself, like just on me.
Okay.
Because over the years, I was always trying to make sure that, I wrote my own stuff.
Okay.
And California actually was co-written with it's crazy, the Madden brothers, if you guys know, they're like they were in Good Charlotte. So like
Good Charlotte,
the lead singer and the guitar.
Okay.
Like when I was younger, they were kind of mentoring me when I was in high school.
Oh, that's dope.
It was crazy. It was a crazy crossover because they're from a rock band.
Yeah.
And they just saw potential in me, and my manager back then, who I met a long time ago, just took me in and was just showing me the ways, throughout the music industry. And I didn't know anything yet. They're just like, oh, this is Filipino kid knows how to sing. So
Right.
So like, let's just like, see what he could do. And that's what came out of California. Came through that, like just
That's
working
dope.
with them. And then even then, I was like, I still had a lot of reps to get in with writing.
Yeah.
So over that time, definitely gave me more confidence, just learning myself and really now writing more about things that mean something and also just are relatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Trying not to make songs to sound like someone else that I like you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like artists that I look up to, just like, oh, or whatever's popping, like, oh, let me just make something like this, because I know it might hit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's dope, bro.
Kind of talking, about California. Like, how did you connect with Kellen and Miles? Because I was also listening to their music at the same time.
Yeah, they were popping.
Yeah, they were popping too. So it's like having you working with them. Like, how did that collab happen?
It was interesting. Actually, they were working in the studio with the Madden brothers, so the people that were. So we would go in. They would have their own studio. So I was like very blessed when I was a little like 16-year-old kid just going to the studio whenever I wanted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they came down from the Bay because they were from the Bay.
Yeah.
And they were doing some studio work with them. And then they were like, yo, we have this track. So I didn't know them yet.
Yeah.
We had this track, you know, this kid, Jamieboy, he has a song, wondering what you could do on it. And then they spit their verses on it, and I was like, yo, that's dope.
Yeah.
And then fast forward a couple months later, if you guys know World of Dance.
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Yep.
Back when it was like an actual competition, not a show.
Oh, yeah.
I would compete every year for my
Nice.
dance team. And then one year, we were able to have a slot for me to actually perform, like sing. And,
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
to perform California. And it was funny because I didn't even know them yet.
Yeah.
And that weekend, I met them like right before we performed.
Damn.
And we performed on stage, and then that next day we filmed the video.
Oh,
So like I
shit.
barely met them through
Yeah.
that, and then after that, like we were just been like real cool
Connecting
with each
and
other.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
History was made.
So you're pretty much saying like that song was lingering almost for like a year before you guys actually connected together. Was that how it
Yeah,
was?
like through like within a year. for
Within a
sure.
year.
Yeah.
Okay,
within a
dang. That's
year.
so. Who produced it? Was it the Madden Brothers as well, or?
It was they had a house producer that was producing a lot of stuff for them.
Yeah, yeah.
His name back then was Archangel. I don't know if that's his name now, but yeah, that was back then, definitely.
Yeah.
A time for sure. It's
Time to
crazy looking
remember.
back because
Yeah.
like when you're doing this, like through all the years, like it maybe been like 10 years, like
Yeah.
about 10 years now doing this, just crazy looking back at all the stuff that's happened and just not
Yeah.
realizing like, you know, wow, like all the people you've met, you know, and like what you've learned through that time. So
Because as an artist, I'm sure you're constantly looking forward. You're looking,
Yeah.
planning
Yeah,
for the
always,
future.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to like look back out of all the years you've been in the game.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for
And
sure,
you, bro, you killing it. We're gonna keep saying that.
Yeah, you've been killing it.
Yeah, you've been
Yeah,
killing
trying.
it.
Yeah.
You know, so
Constantly trying.
this question kind of correlates to a couple of the other ones, but you know, of course, I mentioned I'm half Filipino, and I always love having the Filipino fam. You know, to show appreciation, and
yeah.
you know, you definitely made yourself well known in the Filipino community. Do you think it's been hard at all, though, in general, as a Filipino artist, like to break into the industry?
Yeah, at first, yeah, definitely didn't want to have like this certain like just stereotype of being just stuck in this like, you know, Filipino scene or that, you know, that lane. But I feel like now I've seen a lot of people that were in that lane that kind of just made their own lane through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely had that dilemma, like, yo, like I don't want to be just known because I'm like from like my Filipino community. I want to be known like just because I'm dope, but I happen to be Filipino.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So still like I think I don't want to say that I kind of I kind of took that for granted, like, you know, like the just being immersed in the Filipino community and support, because I definitely like I'm like to this, like this is I'm the most thankful for sure now, like of everyone that supported me in the Filipino community, and like that's why like I definitely like always like I'm trying to make sure that I appreciate the culture, you know, and like rep where I'm from, rep my, you know, people before me, you know, because we're talented, bro. Like
Yeah.
Filipinos
Facts,
are
for sure.
crazy
Facts.
talented,
Yeah.
and I think the only thing that really just separates it is like what you want to really do with your life with that talent. Like what I'm saying, like, bro, like so many people can be doing what I'm doing. You know what I
Exactly,
mean? But
yeah.
it's just if you really want to do it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No, major facts. And you know what? Filipinos are slowly on the come up, you know, like a lot of them are getting known. Of course, you know, most notably would be like Joe Coy. Like everybody fucking knows Joe Coy now, you know,
Hell
like
yeah.
whether, you know, you're white, you're black, Asian, it doesn't matter. Everybody knows who Joe Coy is now. And like I said, just the Filipino culture in general, I feel like is starting to get more out there, you know, which is amazing. And I think it's a good time for Filipinos, but also just Asians in general, because like you got K-pop, and you know you got you know you got other Asian cultures that are also coming up. Like, you know, he's Laos, so you know you got some of these Laos artists now coming up, and
Right.
you know, stuff like that. So it's really dope seeing, you know, everybody, you know, from a different culture, especially Asian culture, is just on the come up now.
Yeah, I've been really tapped in with the Filipino community as well, because, you know, back home in Seattle,
we got a big Filipino community in Seattle.
Friends and family, you know, titos and titas, you know, they're all around. I actually know more Tagalog than my own language, so it's like it's crazy. So I've been tapped in for a while. But, you know, speaking about the Filipino community, when you recently featured Jon Conception and also Jeff Bernat back in the day, it was kind of like the Filipino Avengers, like combining multiverses, because I've been following you guys each like separately, you know, for years, and to see you guys come together like on a track was like amazing. What was it like to collaborate with some heavy hitters to like represent the culture of the industry?
Oh, definitely. Like I'm so glad that, you know, we crossed paths, and like we're actually like all like, I'm like super close to Jeff, and like I'm really good homies with Jon Conception. Like, so like I've known about them obviously, you know, for a while. Right. But to make like to the point where, you know, I can just work with them because I thought they were dope, and like we're Filipino. Like, how fucking sick is that? You know?
Right,
not like, oh, I'm like looking for someone Filipino, like waiting for that moment, but it just like came so organically, where like, you know, it's just so dope to see other people that, you know, relate to me, that are doing the same thing, and you know, killing shit on their own, you know, in their own way. It's crazy. When I met Jeff, I literally made that song the day I met him.
Oh,
it's
really?
just crazy, bro. Like
so it was just organically
bro.
happened.
That's how I knew. I was like, man, like I really fuck with you, bro. Like, and he's taking me under his wing. Like, he was like a kuya to me, like growing up when I first met him. During that time, that was like when I was maybe like 20, and I was like barely trying to like, you know, getting out of like high school and like trying to meet people, and he would really show me like the ropes, and you know, just give me a lot of advice. And
it was big around that time as well too.
He's still popping off. He's still doing his thing. That man's, you know, give him his flowers.
For sure.
And then Jon Conception, bro, he's been killing shit for a long time. He's super dope. It's crazy. I actually met him. We met each other when we were like in high school.
Oh, really?
It was crazy. We met each other in New York. We were doing this audition for like this boy band.
Oh, really?
So
is it a Filipino boy band?
No, it was you know who it was this other band. They're a band now. They're called Pretty Much.
Oh yeah, Pretty Much.
Yeah.
So wait, you were auditioning for Pretty Much?
We were called to audition for that.
Oh shit,
that would have been crazy.
Yeah, it would have been sick.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
But they're dope. Whoever, like what they became is like super sick. But that's how I met Jon, and we always like after that we did like some covers every now and then together. But like I felt like you know, I was kind of scared to like let other people in a way, like artist wise, and just like see like if I'm like capable to collab with people. So like it lingered for a long time. We've known each other for a minute. And then like we've always been saying, bro, like we gotta make something when the time is right. When the time is right. And he came back to LA and we linked up, and we made that song.
Like,
I was wondering how that collab went about, because you know, he lives in Canada, so it's like, how did that happen? I was like, but that makes sense now. You guys knew each other for years. That's crazy how you guys didn't really make any music and only do covers until like recently, because I feel like right now, like you guys are both like coming up, you know, it's popping off for you guys right now. So for you guys to come together at almost like the peak of your guys' career is crazy.
It's definitely dope to still be really you know, like really good friends with him. Cause you know, you always meet people along the way that you know, you're cool with for a minute, and then you kind of just like shit just like separates you doing your own thing. So it's really cool. Like it's just really good people, you know. Like making sure that you really like keep those ties with really really dope people.
Facts.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, you know, me and Jon have been following each other for a minute, and you know, I've been talking to him for a while as well. I'm like, bro, we got to get you on the fucking artistry drop and stuff like that. But and then also, you know, like I said, I've been following his career. I've been following yours. And then once I found out you guys were coming together, I was like, damn, this is fucking Filipino powerhouse right now, you know? And the single is fire, bro. Like,
Thank
you know, big ups to both of you for, you know, killing that shit out, because it's fire.
Definitely more. We definitely want
I'm excited
doing
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are like a powerhouse.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
guys
so,
are
yeah, I'm
representing
definitely
for real, representing the culture.
facts.
Yeah.
You know, so aside from being a singer, in almost all of your music videos, you also dance. And has dancing just always been in your blood? And what came first, singing or dancing?
Dancing actually came first.
It did? Okay.
Yeah. So, my brother was a dancer, like in high school, and I was like probably like 5. But I would always like watch like NSYNC, Usher, you know, like
you're doing
back
like the
then.
bye dance and
Yeah,
stuff.
stuff like that, you know. Yeah, so like I definitely grew up on just like wanting to be a performer.
Yeah.
But I've been dancing since I was like 6 years old.
Damn, that's crazy.
And,
Yeah.
I danced. I was just a dancer first. No one really knew I could sing until like I would only, like I said, I would only sing at church.
Oh,
And
gotcha. Okay.
like I would never really sing out loud, and that's how people found out I could sing. Like they only hear me sing if they go to church.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like some
okay,
people
okay.
would just go to church just because
Just
like
to
you
hear
know
you sing.
just because
Yeah.
like that's the only time they'd hear me sing. And then it wasn't until like maybe I was like in junior high where one of my friends actually like recorded me at practice. She's like, dude, just sing a song. Like I had the uke out.
Yeah,
Just,
okay,
you know,
yeah,
jamming in
yeah.
a little bit. And I give it up to all my friends, you know, just really encouraging me to just like, you know, like, dude, just sing, like, you know, we love to hear you sing. So she actually put that video out on like Tumblr.
Oh,
And then
shit.
it got crazy. They used to call me the Sunday morning boy because I sang Sunday morning on the uke on Tumblr.
okay,
And then
yeah.
That's when I was like, oh shit! Like I saw, she was like, dude, you know how many views this guy? And I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So then that started like that drove me to like, you know, like, okay, let me make my own videos. Like let me post myself and see, you know. And then just kind of got confidence through that, and just a lot of like support from a lot of my friends back at home, family, you know.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's so crazy. So that's pretty much what jump started your singing career, is just singing at church then.
Yeah,
Damn,
for
that's
sure.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. So, you know, of course, typically you do have like choreography in your music videos. Are you the one that choreographs majority of it, or?
I choreograph, like I collab the past times I've collabed with one of my good friends. His name's Ricky Cole. He's pretty well known like in the dance scene out here in like NoHo area, like LA.
Yeah.
He's actually from Oxnard too, which is crazy.
okay.
He was on Most Wanted crew with
Oh,
Ryan
okay,
and all them.
Yep.
So
Oh,
he was
yeah.
repping for Oxnard, which was really dope, and he's a really good guy. He was always like down to just help because we came from the same community. So yeah, I've done a lot of stuff with him. I always wanted to like choreograph like my own, like everything me, like my own like show, like, oh, who's like these are my songs and these are my moves. But over time I've realized like how much work that is. And like, you know, like how much stress comes from just being an artist, like just alone.
Yeah.
And then like having to like choreograph stuff. But yeah, I definitely have taken like a little break from dancing over the years just to like really prime up on my, you know, music abilities, singing, writing, producing, all that stuff. But that's definitely something that, you know, I really want to like excel both. Like I feel like I was like here with singing and like music, and I was here with dancing, and now I feel like it's pretty much on par. So like I just want to like excel all together with that. So
You know, your
So, yeah.
like your choreography in California. I'm gonna bring up California again, but did you choreograph that whole sequence? Because you had like almost 8-9 people.
like 8-9 people. No,
Yeah.
I didn't do that one.
Okay.
No, because around that time was the same time where we were competing for like World of Dance. So I was like choreographing for that routine,
Got
for
you.
that set,
Got you.
for like my dance team.
Yeah.
So I would choreograph for my dance team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
all the
all that choreography from California was morely like just a collaborative effort.
With
pretty much.
with Ricky
every-
Cole, yeah.
Okay.
With
Okay.
Ricky, yeah.
Okay,
Ricky.
that's dope.
Yeah, that's dope. And to mention like you being a dancer, I'm a dancer as well. So back
Sick.
home in Seattle, you know, I used to do compete and judge and battle and perform all the
hell
time
yeah.
out there. So like I was heavy into the Northwest dance scene, and you know, with the World of Dance and everything too. So like hearing you like speak about dance and really tapped in with the culture is crazy. You know, I've been watching
bro.
some of your choreo, and you know, even you just vibing on TikTok. I could tell. Not only do you have gigs, but you have like technicality, you have clean lines, texture, and, you know, which I think like a lot of people don't really like give you your flowers for, you know, but you know, I see you. I see you.
you.
It's
I
very,
appreciate
you know,
it.
you try to keep it low key, but yeah, I
a
see
little
it.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the It's
But
definitely been,
growing up, were you always like around dancers or like at a specific like studio growing up?
Yeah, we didn't really have a studio, but we would practice all the time at this. It was kind of like a boys and girls club thing,
okay.
But it was called police. It was like a police activities league center. So it was like like youth coming through, like providing like sports or activities and stuff, and they would give us a space to dance. So we were dancing in that same spot for since I could even remember until like I graduated high school.
That's crazy because I did the same thing. I had a community center, Harambe,
Harambe,
where I used to practice all the time, and people would come in and out, teach them and whatnot. So that's crazy. Have you ever thought about like taking dance as a career, like before you kind of started singing?
Oh yeah, that was my thing too. Like when I was like 16, like that was when I met my manager, and like when I really he really opened my eyes to like the possibilities of being an artist, and I was like, damn, like I love singing, but I really love dancing and like choreographing and stuff, and like I choreographed for my team since I was like 12 until like after high school, so that was one of my things. I was like, man, I really want to be like a dope choreographer, like all these people that I've learned from like when I was younger. Like I want to be like that. And
exactly.
then but I feel like that was kind of like lowering my expectations to like even bigger possibilities of you could still be a dancer, but you could be performing and you could be dancing to your own music, what I mean, that you're making. So it's like exactly. It was one or the other, and I was just like, you know what, like let me like dial down on the dancing real quick, let me focus on the music. So yeah, bro, that was definitely something for me, but I love it all. I'm glad that it's all like cohesive.
And it never leaves too.
Yeah.
But you do have to like push it to the side in order to focus on other things, For sure. And that's kind of where I'm at too with like videography and photography. Like I haven't danced in a long time, but every now and then, I'll freestyle, post a video on stories or something like that just to see if I still got it, and it never leaves. But yeah, you kind of have to like know how to balance it out, because you do get rusty too.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's how I feel, right? That's why like low key I am like a little low key about it. It's just like, man, like I feel rusty a little bit. Like I definitely just gotta like work my way back up into like being like fully confident as a dancer. But like you say, like it never leaves you. Like it's just like riding a bike,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Get back into
it.
So
your newest single, Say Less, it honestly has been on repeat on my end. I probably added like 10,000 plus plays on your Spotify or whatever. Like I want to know, like, how did that song all come together?
It was crazy. There was this producer that I met, and I thought he was really dope. He just gave me like a whole like a couple folders of like a whole bunch of beats, and I was just sitting on it for like maybe like a year, like those beats, and it was during actually COVID when I wrote that song.
Oh shit,
so
that's
like
a minute then.
In COVID, I was like 2020, I was really like just in a cave of just like trying to like. When that shit hit, I was like really like at a low point. I was like, damn, what am I gonna do? Like no shows, stuff like that. Like that was at the point where I was like pretty much I had all those YouTube covers, and I was like, okay, like I don't want to do YouTube covers strictly anymore. Like I really need to dial down on this music and like just like stay creative, like create all the time as much as I can. And Say Less came out of that, and I was sitting on that for a minute because I just didn't really know when was the right time to drop it. And still didn't want to be like one of those, like how I was before, just drop a single and just not know what's gonna happen after that until the next single, and it's just like, oh shit, it could be like a whole other year until your next single. You never know. So I was just really waiting for the right time, and I was geeked when I made that song, bro. Right when I made that song, I think I went to up in the Bay with my friends that I wrote it like that week, and I went out that weekend, and I was like, bro, guys, I gotta play this song. Just let me know you did. And then right when I played it, bro, I just knew. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a banger. Like when I played it in the room and just saw everybody, and I was just dancing to my own song. I was like, this shit is gonna hit.
It's a vibe.
Like I just thankfully, like you never know what's gonna hit, but sometimes you just have that feeling. It's like, okay, this one is fire.
It's special. No, fucking fire, bro. Like I love that song. So I have another question regarding one of your songs, but before I want to get into like the music video for Say Less. It's a vibe as well. Like how did that concept, production, because you also had some dope choreography throughout the video as well. Like how did that all come together?
One of my homies that I grew up dancing with, he started venturing into like creative space, like making creative films with his homies. And one of these days, you know, during the summer, I was just dancing with him. We were just chilling with my homies, kicking it, like just freestyling sessions and stuff. And then I played them the song. I was like, man, I really want to make a video to this. Yeah. But like, I don't have any budget, you know. I just kind of just want to do something like, you know, with the homies. And then he was and he was like, you know, like proposed me this idea. He was like, bro, like, what if I shoot it for you? Or like, what if me and my homies shoot it for you? You know, we can collaborate and like, you know, like if you're down. And I was just 100% down. And his collective is really they're very unique, their style, you know, like even the way I would dress was like, you know,
I noticed that. Yeah, like that, you had
you know,
that furry kind of jacket or whatever it was. Yeah.
So I knew when I knew their style and I knew who they were, and I was like, damn, this could be really dope just for me to like get out of my comfort zone and you know, just experiment and try to just, you know, not be so in a box and like all shelled up. So that was like a great experience for me to just be comfortable, like being uncomfortable in a way where it's like, oh, I've never done stuff like this, or you know, but like fuck it, like let's just see, you know, where this goes. And that whole day was like so fun for me. Like it was just a big vibe, man.
No, that's dope. You know what? I mean, we definitely know what it's like not working with a budget, because, you know, we shoot music videos as well. And, you know, majority of the time we don't have a big budget. We just work with what we can, you know, and and like I said, coming out with like pretty much a zero budget, that shit turned out fire. You know, it's really all remember, it's all about concept, it's all about story, it's all about shot listing to create a dope visual. That's all it's about. You don't need all these fucking like, you know, you don't need like pyrotechnics or anything to make it look fire. All it is, it's just all about story, you know, shot list, and go from there, and you create something, you know, from zero like to amazing. You know,
sometimes the antimatter. That's
that's fire. It's fire.
And sometimes it's not about the money. You know, you need to work with people who are not, you know, focus on just the money, but looking at the bigger picture. You know, the money will always come like later down the road.
For sure.
So you need to have a team that believes in you in that way, you know, especially with, you know, the guy who you work with, who, you know, was basically did it for free, you know, because he believed in you, you believed in him, and that's how fire is made.
No, that's how we are too. Like, honestly, you know, once we find a dope artist that we really love, honestly, we're just willing to just put in that work. Doesn't matter. You know, we see where the artist is going, and we're like, bro, let's just fucking shoot a music video. Let's just go with it and run with it, you know. And
don't worry about the money. We'll talk about it later.
Exactly.
Let's just do it.
That shit will come. You know, I want to get into the question I had was, let me know. Let me know is a fucking vibe, bro. Like, and that was another song. I probably added like 20, 30,000 plays to that, because I was always playing that shit. So
that was a vibe, bro.
Yeah, no, that was a vibe. Like, how did that one come together? Because when I first heard it, I was like, why do I know this song? Or like, why do I know this sample? You know, because I've heard it before, you know, like kind of like the beat and stuff. Like, where did it all come from? Like, did you have also like a list of beats you were kind of going through and you're like, this one's a fucking vibe?
No, that one actually I worked on like in studio with the producers. So it's his name was Reed Stefan and my good homie Nick Piccoli, which is Nick is the dude that plays keys like on my videos, like on my old covers and stuff. And all those covers were actually produced by them too. So during that time when I was making all those covers, like when I was like going like every month, you know, like rolling those out, we were making music at the same time. And You Got It and Let Me Know came through those. So we were just together, bro. We would go like, we would be like in LA. I'd drive to LA like 3 times a week. Just because I was just so like that was the first time I was really like super excited to make music and fully comfortable like with the people I was with. You know what I mean? And Let Me Know came through that. It was crazy. We were just trying to figure out some dope like summer vibes. You know?
And it is. That's a
and that
fucking
was
vibe.
A dope
it's still
vibe.
A vibe. It's still a vibe.
And they were just like, you know, like like just picking my brain, like, you know, like what I really like influence wise or reference wise, and like it was really like on some like kind of Music Soul Child but like very summery, you know, like very youthful still, you know, like fresh type vibes. So when we made that one, man, that was special too. I was really excited about that one.
Yeah, bro, I fucking
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's fucking fun. Hey, I don't mean to
fine.
put you on the spot. Can we get a little say less?
A little say less.
Yeah, can you sing a little?
Shit. Let's see.
You put him on the spot for sure.
Let's see. What's the key? Let me see. Wasting my time, spending my nights from you, no FaceTime. I'd rather be face to face with you, baby.
Damn.
Yeah,
let's go. That was raw too. Yeah, no EQ, no nothing. That sounded straight from the song.
Yeah, that did, bro.
appreciate it.
I feel like I was bumping it already.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fire.
That was
Yeah,
crazy.
fire,
Yeah,
bro.
but speaking about Say Less, congrats on the success of the song, bro. Like
sir.
it hit
Thank
over 1 million plays on Spotify. The song, the music video, the dance choreo, even on TikTok. It was all like a vibe. Almost made me come out of retirement and hit him with the Say Less. But what do you think contributed to the success of the song compared to like out of all the other singles you've dropped?
Honestly, I think just the energy that was behind it. I think just how much I actually like loved that song. Like that was like when I made that, I was like, oh my gosh, like finally, like this is like some shit that like this feels like something. This feels like my lane. This is like a perfect like jumpstart for me to be a full artist, right?
Yeah.
And organically, bro, like it was all like it was crazy. Like I didn't even like I said, like I expected for it to be like what I wanted it to be, but I didn't expect for it to be like that in all aspects. Like I didn't even expect the TikTok to go crazy like that, and for like all the people like to do those TikToks, man. Like to see how many there was probably like 20,000 TikToks made with that song, and I was tripping.
Yeah, it was all on my For You page, bro. Like I
Yeah.
just kept seeing so
man.
many
Crazy.
different people.
It was ridiculous, and like just that alone, I was just like, okay, this is gonna pop off.
Yeah.
And like it was just mostly organic, bro, and I was just like so thankful for it. Like just I was like, okay, I gotta come correct after this. Like let me take a breather real quick, because this shit is just going crazy.
Overwhelming.
It was a little overwhelming, but I let it breathe for like the rest of the year, and just like let that sit and just like soak in the in the blessings.
Yeah.
That was like great promo too, because like I remember looking at all the TikTok dances on and seeing it trending on my For You page, and the song the music video wasn't even out yet. It was just like I just see it trending. I'm like, damn, I kind of want to record myself now. Do the choreo. But would you say like after you made that song and seeing the reaction, did that kind of give you more confidence with your singles now? And do you think you're gonna be dropping more?
Oh, for sure, bro. For sure. It made me definitely when I put that out, I was just like, okay, like this song, I'm really ready for this out to be out. Don't really know exactly what the next move is after, but let's just see what happens. And then after that, I was like, okay, let's regroup, and like I'm ready, bro. Like let's start dropping shit like for real.
Damn,
so I do got a lot of music dropping this year. I got a new single coming out actually in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, excited for it.
It's a little more R&B, so I'm really just taking this time to be more aggressive, but also experiment and just see all the different vibes that I can hit, and just see like how people just how they take it in. And at the end of the day, like success is like through music is very like personal to like how you see it, how you view it. So before I was just like, man, I just want to make dope music, that I love and that I feel is true to me, and that I can envision myself listening to when I'm out, because before I would make music and I'd be like, people would play and I'd be like, I'll turn it off, like, play it off, next song. But like now, like when I hear Say Less, or like even the one with John, I'm just like, hey, I'm like, let's go.
That's a vibe.
I fully like feel very like successful as an artist that way. So definitely excited for all this music to be dropped.
It's dope seeing it's dope seeing somebody get successful, like yourself, because you've been grinding it out, bro. So even for me, I'm definitely proud seeing, because with me following your career for a
Thank you so
minute,
much.
it's dope seeing you get your success now, and I'm excited to see where you take it to the next level. I know I'm about to be adding like 30,000 plus on the next one.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yes, sir.
I'm definitely excited, bro.
Yeah, seeing your growth was crazy, bro. Like I said earlier, I've been following you since like the Tumblr days, and then
That's crazy.
YouTube came out, IG, and now TikTok, and just seeing you dominate like every platform has been like mad inspiring, bro.
Thank you, man.
What are some of the obstacles that you faced, as the clout got bigger, because you got started at a very young age?
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, one thing that I've realized, like looking back, was just how I was very like validating myself just off of like, like, oh damn, this guy hella likes, this guy hella views, like that's dope. Oh yeah. And then not really like fully being interactive like with my support system, like community, like really like thanking them and being very like true as a person, like like letting them in. So that's definitely been an obstacle for me, just letting people in and being a little more vulnerable over the years. Definitely also I'm not really like a big like social media person where like I'll like always post. Like I'm not really like an attention seeker. Like I just keeping it chill.
Yeah,
right.
And that's something that's kind of been hard for me, because in this day and age it's like kind of like you got to play the game in a way where you have to stay relevant, because there's just so many. It's just like there's just so many people posting nowadays.
Yeah.
And
So
it's
saturated,
so saturated, bro. Like people's attention spans are literally like seconds now. Like I don't know how many TikToks I scroll through like in a minute. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like I definitely don't want to be lost in that sauce. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So just there's an obstacle, definitely like trying to make sure I'm still relevant, but make sure I'm still like true to how I want to be, like how I want to live the way I want to live. I still want my privacy, and everything like that, which I think everyone respects. And I think now there's so many ways to be poppin', but also still be private, which is it's a blessing. It's a blessing, man, to still be successful in a way where you can still live a regular life, and that's kind of how I want to be.
Trying to find that balance is hard too, though.
For sure, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Facts. One of my favorite covers you've done has to be the LMA one, Trippin'. That one is fucking fire, bro. So, I did see the clip with you like actually in the studio with Ella herself and singing Trippin' to her. How did that all happen? Like, how was the experience of just kind of sitting down with her and, performing her song to her?
I was scared fucking shit. Oh my gosh, bro. I was fucking scared, man. But I did another cover of hers and I mashed it up. It was like a mashup, and she actually like commented on it, and it was like months before that even happened.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, like that's fire. Like she actually like commented on it instead of just like liked it or just saw it.
Yeah.
And then Pepsi was doing this thing like for artist collab. It was like artists highlight or like spotlight on like their story, but also like bringing it back to people that are like striving to be where they are. So we kind of have a similar story where she was doing a lot of covers back then, she, like on Vine or whatever, right? And she was doing covers, and then eventually became an artist, and she had the choice to pick somebody, like she picked someone in particular, and it was me, like to be on that
crazy.
episode. So I was tripping.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You tripping
No
for real?
But dude, so they had me. They asked me to do a remix, and I was already doing a remix to it, so it was perfect, bro. I was like, dude, I'm already doing one like right now. So, but they wanted to make it more official, so I had to do they made me shoot a video. Not made me, but I voluntarily shot a video, and it was all official with the Pepsi logo.
I seen that.
And then they brought me in. We flew to New York. They flew me out to New York for like a day.
Dang.
Like I was literally there for maybe like less than 12 hours. Just to shoot that.
Wow.
So it was crazy because they're like, all right, they were filming me like me outside walking around, just telling like just B-roll stuff, and then we were in the studio, and they're like, all right, she's in the room, like what you're just gonna walk in and say what's up to her, you guys are just gonna talk, and I'm like, what the fuck?
So you didn't even know?
I didn't even know what was gonna happen, what we were gonna talk about, and then I walk in, and I see her just sitting right there, and there's just like a whole crew of people, bro, like right here, and I'm like, oh hell, no. I better not fold right now. There's like 20 people, like just like behind the scene, like behind, bro, and it was ridiculous. It was crazy, but like she's super dope, very down to earth, like she's real, like definitely relatable to me. So when we had our conversation, it was just very seamless, like you know, like not like they didn't no one even gave us direction, like we were just talking the whole time. So it was really sick. Like shout out to her.
That's dope.
That is
so
dope.
You're pretty much saying you had no idea you were gonna actually sit down and talk with her? Did they like,
I had
warn you,
some type of idea, like I was gonna meet her. But I didn't know that it was gonna be in that type of, like, I didn't know, like at that time, like, okay, you're about to do it. Like, oh shit.
Like right then and there.
And then right after that, we went to this other room where I had to sing for her. And it was, I was preparing for that, obviously, but then what I didn't prepare for was right when I was about to fucking sing, fucking DJ Mustard pulls up and says, what's up? And he's like, oh, what's up, Ella? And then I was like, oh, nice to meet you. I was like, okay, now I have to sing. Like, he just pulled up. But yeah, definitely tested my, you know, ability to just overcome, like, being nervous.
Especially on the spot, because I'm pretty sure,
spot,
I think that's what they were intending to do, was like kind of put you on the spot and see how you can kind of adjust. You know, because some people are, some productions are like that too. Like just kind of, it is fucked up. I mean, I would never do that. Like, but I think it's, you know, like if it's like through Pepsi or whatever, it's like, I think that's kind of like their creative marketing plan or whatever, you know, and who knows.
Maybe,
but that shit
worked out.
It's crazy. Did DJ Mustard watch you sing as well, or did he stick around?
I think it was in the back. Yeah, they were like watching like the playback, like the, you know, the monitors in the back. So yeah, he said what's up to me. He's like, yo, like shit, man. It was cool. I took a picture with him after. Just try not to be like fanboy. Exactly. They're just outside chilling, all of them. I didn't want to be like, hey guys, like, what's up? But very cool. Just try to be respectful, and like you'll see me another time. We'll cross paths another time.
No, super dope experience, bro. Like that. I'm sure you were nerve wracked like through that whole thing.
That was
I would be too.
Something.
How'd you sing after that? After meeting them, like, did your voice crack or anything? Like,
nah, nothing cracked. Nothing cracked.
Okay, cool.
I did. I think I did pretty good still. I kept my composure for sure.
You did. No, you killed it on it though too. You killed on the spot. You fucking killed it. Big ups to you, bro.
Thank you, man.
So you know we are coming to the end of our podcast, and you know Artistry Drop is all about being inspirational to the next generation. So what kind of advice would you give to someone trying to become an artist themselves?
I would say have a lot of patience. Definitely, like nothing's gonna go your way like exactly how you want it, and you don't know the timeline or, you know, of your results or what's gonna come out of it. But if you love to do what you do, you know what I mean? Never give up, honestly, like really like being resilient, because I mean I've been doing this for how long, you know, still like have a lot of goals to accomplish, and it doesn't matter how old you are, you know, it doesn't matter what you look like, it matters, you know, like what you believe in, and if you believe in yourself that much, because you know, we are our worst critics, and you know we can really put ourselves down a lot and doubt ourselves, and that really affects how we perform in any way. And I think keeping a strong support system around you, people that really build you up, like your environment, is really important to, you know, pursue anything you want to do. And just make sure you're happy at the end of the day, because like I could say that I'm the happiest right now with where I'm at in life with my career, you know what I mean? Versus all like real world problems and stuff. But just like my passion and what I want to pursue, like I'm definitely happy, and I'm fine if, you know, if it goes any other way that I don't think it's gonna go, just as long as I'm true to myself. So.
That's dope, bro. You see it. You see the spark in your eyes, and you know your whole attitude. You know, it's looking good right now. You're glowing, bro.
Appreciate it. I did my skincare.
Let's go. No, honestly, too. You know, I think your story is like such a great success story, because you do have a great success and more to come, because
thank you, man.
Think about it, bro. Like you came from just singing in church, and look where you are now. Like just if you didn't do that shit and you didn't, you know, progress to where you are now, like none of this would be happening. So it's a great it's a great success story, and I'm happy for you, bro. Like you killing it. Yeah,
Thank
of course.
You,
it's been a long time coming.
Yes, sir. You gotta take a chance on yourself, guys.
Of course. You know, are there any shout outs you want to give to our viewers out there?
Just want to say shout out to all the Filipinos.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Even the Asian American community, you know, like you
Facts.
guys really show me a lot of love, and just all my fans that have been watching me over the years. Your support has been very crucial for me to, you know, keep going and believe in myself to my fullest potential. So I just want to say shout out and thank you guys. Much love.
Hey, let's go. We're on social media. Can everybody find you?
Jamieboy Music is my handle for TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on Twitter, YouTube. If you see me on there, you know, hopefully, you know, look me up now.
Of course, and we're gonna put Jamie's links in the description box below, bro. We really appreciate you coming on. You know, it's super dope having you here. You know, especially with us following your career.
Yeah,
no,
big
that's
fans.
like that's love. I appreciate
no,
it.
we appreciate you,
so
bro.
much.
No,
one more thing. New single dropping April 21st. Everything You Do.
Yeah, let's
Appreciate
go.
that.
Like I said, I'm about to add 30,000 plus to
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yeah, same.
Let's fucking go.
It's going down.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, it's Artist Your Drop. If you're not following us on Instagram, you can find us at the Artist Your Drop. And if you prefer just listening, you can stream all our episodes on all major podcast platforms. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys.
Yes.